So, hi, how you guys doing? Uh, I am going to talk about today. Are vinyl cutters even worth it today? In today's day and time, right? Is it worth it? I think it is. Sorry, I had to. I'm checking some stuff out. I want to make sure you're hearing it on your side. If anybody ever joins. So if nobody joins, then sucks to be me, I guess. Now, I'm talking about vinyl cutters today. Are they worth it in today's day and age? As you see, I'm on Caesar's page. I have a Caesar vinyl cutter. I'm gonna show you which one actually. Right, this one. I actually own this one right here. All right, let me turn these on so I can get my mouse highlighted. I keep forgetting the buttons to turn this stupid thing on. There it is. Oh, yeah, I think this one is. There it is. All right. So I own this thing right here, this cutter right here. And I tell you, I made a video before and I'll make it again. This thing is, to me, the best cutter out there. Home wise, I don't know commercial because I don't own one a commercial one. But when it comes to like home use and can you use this commercial? Definitely. I can see this. You can use this as a commercial cutter because it is. I think it's that good. I've cut vinyl. I've cut pictures. I've cut uh fabric with this. I've cut. What have I cut with? I've cut um paper. I've cut cardstock. I haven't cut it. I didn't go anything crazy because I only have just the blade, the knife blades. So I don't really cut much of anything else with it. So I can't tell you what else you can cut. They're coming out with more tools and more accessories. I've used it to draw something because you have a pen holder. You can actually put a pen in there and you can actually make it draw some stuff on it. And you can actually use it for that. I use it to draw, but I'm not. I just don't see make it any sense to do any drawing on it. Oh, if you see me looking up up there, it's because all my controls for the feed is up there, so I have to look up to see them. Um, the the one below the 12-inch cutter, it's fine. I think it's fine if you don't have a lot of space or if you don't want to work on large stuff. The 12-inch cutter would be perfectly fine. But because I find myself run out of use for a 12-inch cutter, I went for the 24-inch cutter because you hit a wall real fast when you have the 12-inch cutter. You'll literally find out that there's only so much you can do with a 12-inch cutter. So it's best for you just to go for the 24-inch cutter, and you have like just more room to play with. I set I how I have mine designed. How I have my 24-inch cutter set up. I have mine set up as half of it I use for pick print and cuts, and the other half I use for um, cutting vinyl. And if I really need to, I can just adjust those wheels and I can cut 24-inch worth of vinyl, which I've cut a 24-inch sheet at one point. I turned the vinyl long way because you can actually just take your 12-inch vinyl, turn it long ways, and get, tell you, there's so much, you can do so much more with that 24-inch cutter than you ever will with that 12-inch cutter, right? So if you're going to buy a cutter, I say just go for a 24-inch, 15 or 24-inch, just bypass those 12-inch cutters because you run into walls fast. Unless, of course, you're just doing hobby stuff. If you're a hobbyist, I say, yeah, the 12-inch cutters are perfectly fine for you. Go with that. You can't go wrong. All right. Now, is Caesar the only cutter on the market? No, they're not. Oh, there's that little pen holder was talking about. You hold pens, so you can do draw artwork on it. I don't use it. Oh, and you use this to do calibrations. So if you're ever gonna need to calibrate your cutter, you're gonna need that little tiny thing, so don't ever lose it. Now, is Silhouette is Caesar the only cutter on the market? No, but I think it's the best out of the lot. Now, if you want to talk about versatility, then you need to go here. You got to go to the Cricut cutters. All right, the Cricut cutter is, where is it at? Wow, wow, right here. The Maker 3. I think that's where you're at now. I don't know. I haven't followed Cricut in a long time. Right, but I guess they're at the cutter the 3. Yeah, I don't need, I didn't even know what the Venture is. I didn't know to make one called a Venture. But anyways, I'm using a 24-inch cutter. Let me look. Let's look together. Yes, it's a, what is it? I'm guessing this is Cricut version of the 24-inch cutter. I guess I don't know. Commercial cutting and wire writing speeds. Oh, so it's a commercial. It's a commercial type cutter. I didn't even know Cricut make one of these. So it's 32 inches in width, but it doesn't tell you. We'll tell you where it cuts. Material length. So it cuts up to 25 inches. Right now, my material max material load. That's 20 inches by 150 feet. Max width. There it is. It's a 24-inch cutting. So it cuts up to 24 inches. It's 25 inches thick. That's what it says. It cuts up to 25 inches thick, and it cuts up 24 inches. 24 inches wide. So it's a 24-inch cutter. I didn't know they make one. And there it is. So if you're buying a Cricut, I say buy this thing. That's just me. But if you're a crafter and you're going to do craft work, then you buy the Cricut Maker 3. And that's where I say the Cricut beats the beats my Caesar, is because of the swappability of all the blades. You can just swap out the blades for whatever blade you want. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about blades. Oh, I forgot to add my camera in here. Give me a second. Let me add my thing. I totally forgot to add this thing. Oh, I know why. It's sometimes good to have things doing the thing. Here I go. There I go. Now I'm on the screen now. Now you can see me. But I'm here talking on as you can see me and everything's there, but I'm just adding my picture in the thing so you can see my beautifulness. If you ever wanted to see this beautifulness. Yeah. So, now I'm part of the whole thing now. Now, so here we go. Now that you can see me, let's get back. So, and this is what the one thing I do like about the Cricut. I don't use this stuff. I mean, I don't see the sense in doing all this stuff, but it does make sense. But if I'm gonna choose something to do what this Cricut does, I think I'd go for a laser cutter at that point. For all the engraving stuff, I'd go with a Cricut for a laser cutter to do the etching. Sorry, not the engraving, the etching. Not the engraving, but the etching. For all the etching stuff, I'd go for like a laser cutter. I don't, I've never used the etching feature on the Cricut cutter. I think it's probably pretty good. I don't use it. I don't like the one reason I don't like about Cricut is the subscription-based program they have going. And the fact that when you upload your images to Cricut, they're not yours anymore. You can't just download them back to your image and then move them somewhere else. That's the one thing I don't like about Cricut. And that's why I don't really care for Cricut, is because of that feature. You upload your stuff and then you can't get them back. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I'm not a fan of Cricut. I'm not a fan of subscription-based programs. Period. If if that wasn't quite obvious the first 1,000 times I said it. Um, you can go with all these Cricut stuff. You can buy the Cricut. The Cricut vinyl is actually pretty good stuff. That I buy, and I buy it a lot actually. When I was using vinyl, I used to buy Cricut vinyl, and I used to buy Caesar vinyl. Where they at? Easy Weed. This stuff, this vinyl stuff from Caesar is actually really good. It peels well. It lasts pretty good. It's really good at how it's pretty good at how long it lasts. It doesn't peel up as quickly, and it doesn't crack and break as quickly either. So that's kind of why I like the Easy Weed stuff from Caesar. What I like from Cricut is the peel and stick vinyl stuff used for window stickers, and I still have some and I still use it. And that's what I think. That's why I really think these vinyl cutters are still useful because you can make window stickers. As you can see, you can make cup logos. You can make um those, especially with Cricut, you can get the infusible inks. You know the no sublimation. Um, Cricut makes some infusible ink um rolls you can already buy pre-made with some like pre-made ink in it, so you can just buy it, cut it, and then just sublimate your cups with it. He does make like cool designs, like literally that what you're seeing on the screen right there. It's pretty cool stuff. You can put them on bags and all this. It's sublimation. It's a type of sublimation, and it's just cut on a Cricut machine. But you can use any cutter to do it. All right, and that's why I think cutters are so cool. You can do a bunch of little decent stuff with them. I want to talk more about the other program that I like when it comes to designing. All right, now, and I'm gonna show you some other places you can buy these cutters. All right, so you can buy. Let me try to find the right thing. So you have the materials. Let's see. You have all the materials from Cricut here: paper, cardstock, all that stuff. The Cricut has the design space. Now you have to download it. I don't want to download it. Don't want to download it. Design a Cricut store is kind of set up weird. All right, you have to like go to this weird place, and you can't really go to the design store straight off the bat, which is I kind of think it's weird. You have to open up design store and do all kind of stuff. Blah 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 blah. But you can buy their blanks, and you can pretty much get the blanks from you can get from Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michaels, online, Amazon. You can buy these blanks anywhere. But Cricut's in there, sell their own on their website. A lot of people tend to go to Cricut and buy them. I didn't. You can buy a Cricut machine from Cricut themselves, Amazon, Walmart. I think I don't remember if I saw any in Target. Um, Best Buy sell Crickets. Probably they still do, but I think they did at one point. Marshalls, sorry, not Marshalls. Michaels and Michaels, Michaels, yeah, Michaels and Hobby Lobby sells them. They can buy them there. Caesar, same thing. Michaels sells them. I'm not sure about Hobby Lobby. Michaels is my preferred store for buying craft stuff. I just like it there. Now, when it comes to programs to run these things, and that's what I'm trying to look for. So, Cricut has Design Space. I'm not going to download Design Space. Don't want it on my computer. Not going to use it. Don't have any need for it, so I'm not going to download it. You can go to wherever and you can get Design Space and you can look at it till you're blue in the face. All right. I'm not a Design Space person. I don't want to pay for a subscription because just to use Design Space, you got to pay for it, which is just no, not going to. So I I tried Silhouette. Sorry, not Silhouette. Let me go to. I tried these guys, Caesar, and they have a program called Leonardo. All right, it's right here because I have it, so I'm going to show it to you. Leonardo Design Space. All right. Now, this thing is also subscription based. I don't use it either. I really don't like anything about it. I really don't like it. Um, I just use it because the cutter required to use it. I do like basic things in here, like make boxes, maybe write text, um, other little things, but I really don't use it. But it does give you some cool stuff though. When you buy your cutter and you actually get it, you can actually come here and it gives you all the materials, right? Oh, whatever. You gotta sign into it. I didn't sign into it, but inspirations. I gotta sign into it. I never did. So when you come here, it gives you tutorials of how to use a thing. Okay, they really, really, really want you to sign into this stupid thing. I told you, I barely use it. I haven't used my cutter in like a few days, and I have to sign into this thing. All right. So, so they give you I'm gonna try to sign into it real quick while I try ChatGPT. Let me see if I can type and talk at the same time. Oh my goodness. So, I really thought I signed into this thing, but I never did. Oh my goodness. Oh, can't type and talk. So this Leonardo Studio thing, it requires so much money for for me, it's not worth it. But for people who don't know how to do designing and create their own stuff, I think this is great because they give you a whole bunch of, when I say designs, they give you a whole bunch of designs all over the place. You get designs from here the next week. And if you pay for the subscription, oh, you get even more. I'm gonna try. I'm signing into it right now, so I'll show you exactly what it does. And it's actually not bad. It really isn't. It's just that I don't see the sense into it because I don't use it, and I don't like it. But I'm gonna show you exactly what I use, and when I explain it to you, you're gonna see why it's not worth paying for this thing. Especially when, um, especially when everything else is just makes more sense. Not paying for this thing, at least the way I use it. All right, so here it is. I signed into it. So you got to sign into it to use it. All right. So they give you a free trial to Pro, right? I shut that down. I Mine expired, and they tell you everything. So if you buy Caesars, um, for instance, you buy Caesars vinyls, right? They give you all the information you need: how to cut these vinyls, how to iron them, care. I didn't see this in in when I was using oh my goodness, Cricut stuff. I didn't see this in there. They didn't give you none of this. You have to do all kind of crazy stuff and jump through hoops. But they give you everything you need. Iron, press it, how much to do it, all that stuff. And you can even find even more information. So you just how long to press it, how long to cure it, everything. All the information you need right here in the same site. And then if you get they have the phone app, same exact thing companion after this thing. All the app, if you buy a vinyl, you put the vinyl in here. It tells you exactly how to cut it, what settings to use, temperature, everything. They're actually really good if you use their vinyl. If you still use vinyl, and again, vinyl still has its uses and purposes. So don't think vinyl don't have no use or purpose. It still does. I find myself still using vinyl, and especially if you do like embroidery and stuff, vinyl still has use. You can use vinyl in embroidery, especially for like appliques. You can use it for that. You can use vinyl for signs. You can use vinyl for let me see. Oh my goodness. That's a vinyl still has its uses. So don't let nobody tell you vinyl don't have use. Vinyl still has use. I still have a box of vinyl. I just because I have neck problems, I can't sit there and pick it. So every time I need to do something with vinyl, I have to get my somebody else to come here and help me pick out the vinyl, and then I slap it on because a lot of people still like vinyl. Vinyl has use. There, said it. But this is what I'm talking about. So in this Leonardo stuff, you get all these things are usually free. So you just click on it, and it will literally give you all the information you need how to make this specific design. Really cool. And if you hit make it, it takes you to the design space, and you can literally just follow the steps, and it send all information to the cutter, and it'll just cut it off for you. You don't have to sit there, guess, wonder what you're doing. It just do it. All right, it's really, really cool stuff. Like I said, it's not bad for someone who don't have that crafty, you know, whatever. It's this is just way to me. This is better than Cricut. Period. Now, if you, it's sorry, the software is better than Cricut. The machine needs to catch up when it comes to like the etching and the like. It's like little things. It's not even much of nothing. But when it comes to cutting vinyl, this put the Cricut to shame. When it comes to cutting vinyl, cutting pictures, um, cutting business cards, cutting anything to do with the cutting blade, just the nice, the regular, the stuff it was meant to do, make the Cricut look like garbage. In my personal crazy opinion, this machine is amazing. There's things this machine can do that Cricut Maker can never do in its wildest dreams. Okay, I don't know if they're gonna fix that, but right now it is amazing. All right, now this is the other thing this thing does. Every one of these designs, apart from the ones with this little badge sitting, see this little badge is sitting right here. Anything that don't have this badge here, you can actually just tell it to send it to the cutter, and it will cut it. So this, I can send it, and it will literally cut the design, and I can press it on a shirt. It is free. Now, the ones I say with this little badge here, it's premium. You gotta pay. You gotta buy the premium to get this one. So, like I said, for everybody who don't have, the skills to pay for or design or whatever the hell it is, this cutter, you don't just get a cutter, you get a bunch of stuff with your cutters, which ends up offset the cost of buying this cutter. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's worth it. This cutter to me is worth it over the Cricut by leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. Again, my crazy opinion. You don't have to accept this. And if you calibrate it right, if you're cutting vinyl, you don't have to calibrate it. It's already calibrated perfectly. But if you're cutting pictures, when I say calibration, I'm talking about cutting pictures. It's called print and cut. The print and cut feature, you have to calibrate your printer, and that's a whole different animal onto itself. I've tried to cut printing cuts with Cricut, and no matter how much calibration I did, I could never get that thing calibrated. It will never cut straight. That thing will never cut. Period. It still leave whopping. They have to, and if you watch my sticker, I made a sticker video at one point, and that cut, how close you can cut with this cutter. You can never get that close to the Cricut without cutting up your design. All right. And when I say I've gotten like literally right on the edges of the image, all the way around with my silhouette, I can never get that with the Cricut. You have to leave like a 2 inch gap between the image and the cut space. With this, you can get right up on the design and cut it clean. So, but all these you get like I said, all these you can just cut them out. Now, let's get away from this program. Really good program. Really, really basic program if you don't pay for the pro. But I don't use a pro. I just use, like I said, I just use these basic. See, and this is just the ones you get to use. This is all I use right here. These two things and that, and I'm done with this program. I don't use it. Now, close that down. This is a program I use. All right. This is the program I use, and I use it a lot when it loads. It's Silhouette Studio. I've been using Silhouette Studio since I bought my. Actually, I started using it when I bought my Cricut. I saw somebody using it, online because I tried to figure out how to make my designs my own because of that problem I told you about Cricut. And I didn't want to keep paying Cricut for my designs because that's literally what you're paying for. You're paying Cricut to store your designs. And when I know I can store them myself, I don't need Cricut. I don't need to pay Cricut to store my designs. I want to store my designs myself. And I came across Silhouette Studio. And I still use this program today for doing everything. As you know, I do DTF, a lot of it. And I still use this program for designing and everything. And I use it with this program. These two programs I use together. I use Affinity Designer and Silhouette Studio together. I literally use the two programs together. I design stuff in Silhouette Studio to get certain things that I can't get in Affinity because I'm not sure exactly how to do it in Affinity, but I know how to do it in Silhouette. And sometimes I know how to do it in Affinity and I can't do it in Silhouette. So I use the two programs in together in conjunction to get some really cool effects. And I'm telling you, this program is amazing. And you store your own designs. You're not paying somebody to store your designs for you. Your designs are your own. You do what you want with them. It's not subscription based. It's a one-time purchase. You buy this thing and it's yours. All right. As bad as their customer service is, I'm going to tell you this program is really good. It's not great. It's just really good when it works. It has a bunch of memory management issues. It has a bunch of graphic management issues. But once it works, when you can get it to work, it works. You can do some cool designs in it, and like I said, you see some of the designs I put up on the Facebook page, and a lot of them came from here. So this thing can do some stuff. So when I started at one, and I'm telling you, when I did my my cutters, my cuttings, this is what I use. I use Silhouette Studio, and I use it to design my SVG my SVG files. Sorry, my SVG files because Silhouette Studio is a program built for cutters. Yes. So let me show you. I didn't bring them up yet because I wanted to save it for this. Here they are. Silhouette Studio. They have their own set line of cutters. Why I didn't talk about them? Because I don't like them. I own one, and I'm telling you, I couldn't get this thing to cut the circle. Now, is a Cameo 5 better? I don't know. I haven't tested it. I don't have one. I can't say yes or no. Is it good or bad? But I know the Cameo 4, I could not get that thing to cut a complete circle no matter what I did. I designed the circle, I redesigned the circle, I cut the circle. I could not, I slowed it down, I speeded it up. I could not get that thing to cut an actual circle or a square. It was that bad. And it was noisy as hell too. So I can't recommend these things. But I don't know, and I don't know what the 5 is. What I can tell you about the 4, the 4, stay away from that thing. That thing is bad. But the 5, I have no clue about the Cameo 5s. All right, hopefully they improve them enough for people to buy them. But I don't know. But I know their software. Their software is really good. It has bugs in it, but it's if you can get it, if you have some patience and you have nothing else to use, trust me, you can get that thing to do some amazing things because it works. Right? It works and you can't go wrong with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've used it a bunch of times and I'm not gonna bash it. Customer service kind of blows chunks. But if you're willing and able, that program will get you through anything. And I've used it a bunch of times, as you can see. Actually a bunch. I use it a lot of times. I use it more than I'm willing to admit to. All right. So let's talk about their cutter. So the new cutter they have a bunch of new. It's I mean, don't get me wrong. Their cutter have a bunch of cool features, but if you can't get it to cut even just a actual circle or cut what you want it to cut, it's kind of pointless in my eyes. Now cutting vinyl, yeah, I'll cut vinyl. Anything can cut vinyl, but you want it to do what it was meant to do, cut other things that it was meant to do because it's supposed to be a competition to a Cricut, right? In other words, it's supposed to do the same things crickets can do. But if it can't do it properly, what's the point? And that's where I kind of fall off with the Cameo. That's just my take on it. All right. Everybody do their own thing. All right. So I wouldn't recommend it, and that's why I'm not gonna talk about it much now. If I ever get the five to try one, then yeah, I'll try it out and let people know what I think. But for right now, I say stay away from the four. That's the only one I know about. I don't know anything about these Cameo fives. These things. Stay away from these Cameo fours. Stay away from them. The fives, which is this one over here. There it goes back. This one. I know nothing about it. All right. So the machines. If I go to Cameo, the Cameo fives, which is this one. All right. This is the Cameo fives. I know nothing about them. All right. I don't know nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't know how they work. I don't know how they cut. People say they cut great, but people say the Cameo four cut great. When I got mine, it didn't. So teach their own. You do you. All right. I'm not gonna tell anybody what to do. Me personally, I say stay away from it. If they ever fix it, maybe I can tell people to buy them again. But for right now, I'll tell you stay away from the force. Just the force. I don't know anything about fence. Again. Okay. Now, where can you go buy these things? Bunch of places. Again, Walmart, Best Buy. Not exactly sure about Target. Amazon. Um, oh my goodness. Hobby Lobby and Michaels. There's other places that sell them, but I don't really know where. If you're in a different country, you need to source it from wherever you can source it from. All right. I don't know where your country sells them, but you can go to wherever your country sells them and buy one. All right. Now, in where I'm at, there's places called Heat Transfer Warehouse. This is online. Now this is online. I don't know if wherever you at in the world and you can actually access these websites. You can also get it from here. These are websites I'm bringing up to show you where you can get these cutters from. All right, so again, vinyl cutters are worth it, especially for me. Okay, so I want to talk more about what I do with my vinyl cutter. I don't cut, like I said, I don't cut vinyl much as I don't cut vinyl as much as I used to. All right. So what do I use my cutter for? Printing cuts, business cards, um, make oh my goodness, little oh my goodness, I'm pulling a blank here. Oh my, I'm pulling a blank. So if you want to make little decorations, that's the word I'm looking for, decorations. And I use them to cut decorations. So that's what I use my cutter for. So pictures, stickers, decorations, and if I want something like cut specific to a certain size that can fit in my cutter, and my cutter will cut it, then I'll use my cutter to cut it. That's fabric. Use it to cut fabric, especially if you want to do something applique. Uh, a cutter is the best place to cut it. Don't use scissors. You put down you get your fabric mat. You put your fabric on it. You put your blade in there, your fabric blade. If you have a fabric, if you don't have a fabric blade, don't worry about it. You put your blade in there to cut it, and you tell it to cut that thing. I'm telling you, peel that stuff off. Your applique is perfect every time. Put it on your machine. Tell your machine to applique that. You're rocking. Perfect fit. You don't have to worry about edges fraying or nothing. The machine just cut them perfectly. All right. So vinyl cutters, the best things. Now, heat transfer warehouse. This is an online store you can source all kind of vinyl. All right. Somebody told me about this store and I just went here and started looking and I'm telling you, you get all kind of vinyl. Vinyl will make your head hurt. All right. Now, do they sell equipment? Yes, they sell all kind of equipment. As you can see, heat press, all kinds of equipment. They sell cup ovens, sublimation printers. Here's a sawgrass one. They sell cutters. Here are all the cutters. Now, I want to show you these cutters because you see, again, they show you the cutters you can buy. There's a There's cutters you can buy, and I want to show you where you can source these things. If you don't live in the U.S., you can just go to the places I just told you to go get one. You can go to the online stores, and hopefully you can get these stores where you're at online and access them and get these things. Again, Amazon, you can source a lot of this stuff from Amazon because I got my cutter off Amazon. Um, Probably can get it from somewhere else, from like Alibaba or Temu or something. I don't know. I don't use the website, but maybe you can. All right, so um, the 24-inch cutter, like I said, I have here's a Cameo 5 plus 15 crap, the 15-inch cutter, the GraphTech. I don't know anything about commercial cutters, but these are commercial cutters, and people say they're really, really good. I don't know anything about them, but you can buy one of these GraphTech cutters, and these things are massive. 64-inch cutters. You can make some really good posters with these things. All right, especially if you try to put them on like side of vans or cars. That's another thing you can do. Your 24-inch cutter. You can make um those banners you put on, oh my goodness, on the side of cars. You can make stickers you can put on windows. You can make decals that you see companies drive past. They put them on the side of the vehicles. That's what that is. Those are decals. You can make those out of vinyl. You can get you can use your vinyl to make banners that people use put up on their storefronts, like especially on awnings and stuff. You can use vinyl for that. I'm telling you, vinyl is still good stuff, right? And if you use like a reflective vinyl to reflect the sunlight, that vinyl will stay up there for a long time because it just reflect all that light and it just lasts. All right. And see, and that's one store. And you see how much, see, you have a bunch of commercial vinyl cutters you could buy. And this is a 24-inch cutter for what, $1,000 if you really want that. I'd still go with my 24-inch Caesar, which is $600, $700, and you get all those little neat little trinkets, designs you can get to just use, and you can make some money off of it. So you buy your cutter for 700, $800, and then you get all those little designs you can make out of stickers or um shirts or whatever, and you can sell those, make some money back off of it, and you make your money back for your cutter. There. And then we have um Heat Press Nation. Here's another one. These guys sell, all kind of equipment, DTF equipment, sublimation equipment, and guess what they sell? Vinyl cutters. There they are. All the different brands, and you know, vinyl cutters are still worth it in my eyes. And then you have the site I like to go to, which is Swing Design. Swing Design is the one I like to use. I just like the site better. I think it's laid out more nicer, but this is just me, my personal preference here. All right, this is my personal preference. You choose what you want to do. Now, these guys have Cameo for sales. You see, they have their own. They kind of just lay these out, kind of really nice and simple for people to just go in here and just pick out exactly what they're looking for. Brands, here's an e-transfer vinyl. You don't have to look too hard to find anything, right? And then the software, the sublimation, the detail. That's why I kind of like this website a little bit. Kind of just kind of, just lay it out for you. They just lay it out for you. So, here we go. So if I go to Silhouette, you can see they bring out all the accessories. The Cameo, the Choreo, and this is all Silhouette. Everything here that says Cameo is Silhouette, all right? And then the X tool. So this is where I say etching. All right. And they really don't sell anything. Romeo and Juliet. This is all the Caesar stuff. All right, with the 24-inch cutters. Right. Now, and then the Sawgrass, which is that thing over. This is Sawgrass. This is all sublimation. All right. But we're not gonna deal with that. We're gonna do with the the X tool. We wanna go here. Now, remember that stuff I said if you want to do etching, and this is what I was talking about. If you're gonna do etching, and this is where I don't think uh the Cricut is kind of worth it for etching anymore. Back in the day, it was. Before these things came out, it was worth it. But ever since these things came out, etching, I don't think the Cricut's worth it. And you can just buy one of these, and you can do some serious etching. And you can cut wood with it. You can cut right through the wood. You can cut really thick wood too. It's not just like the little thin one. Way thicker wood than a Cricut can ever cut. You can do some really cool designs in the wood. And look at this. This thing is actually pretty freaking cool. You can even burn cups in it, right? So, me personally, I think the X tool is worth is to me it's better than buying a Cricut to do an etching. That's just me. Again, that's just my choice. So I'd buy this thing over a Cricut to do etching if I'm gonna be doing etching. Buy a scissor Romeo to do vinyl, which I have, and do vinyl and my printing cuts. Because you have to do the printing cut. The printing cuts part is very, very important. To me, the printing cuts is very more important than the vinyl, right? Because when you want to make stickers or you want to cut stuff up, you want to make certain designs and you want to put like an image on it, or you want to like a coaster, right? Say you consider a coaster for cups. You want to put like a picture on it. Well, you're gonna have to make sure you want to put the picture in there, and you want to make sure that picture is in the right spot, and you want to cut it perfectly. Well, if your printing cut is not properly or not cutting properly, you're not gonna fit that picture just perfectly in that thing, right? It's gonna look like garbage. And trust me, you want your printing cuts to be on point. This is why I don't think Crickets are worth it. All right, that's just me. Or the silhouettes. You want a machine that can go do proper printing cuts, and to me, that is a Caesar. Again, to me. And then if you want to do etching, you buy X tool or one of the other laser cutters because there's so much of them, right? And and you go to town. They say it's Graphics good. I don't know. I've never used one. I've tried one, so I can't give you yay or nay on that. All right. And and I'm gonna leave it on that note. So if you were thinking about or second guessing, should I buy a vinyl cutter in this day and age? My answer to you is go for it. You can't go wrong. And I have some crafts I'm gonna do here soon, and I'm gonna add some images, and I'm gonna use my vinyl cutter, craft cutter, what you want to call it, to cut out the images, and I'm gonna use a printing cut, and make it look all pretty like, and it's going to be because of my vinyl cutter. It's going to cut that out there, make that look amazing. I would be able to cut that by hand in my life just to get that thing perfect. But the vinyl cutter is going to do it. And if you try to sell those things, the vinyl cutter is going to be perfect to help you out with that. Oh, and if you're making labels, a lot of like label stickers, you're making like, see, it's one thing I forgot. If you're going to make labels, a lot of labels, that's printing cuts. Labels with printing cuts. That's why I say that printing cut part is very important. So if you're printing cuts and you're making labels, you want your printing cut to be perfect because you got to print it and you want the labels to come out perfect. You're gonna have to make sure that that printing cut thing is solid. All right. So get your nice cutter, and yes, vinyl cutters are perfect and they still worth it into this day and age. That's my opinion. You do you. All right. Till next time. Peace.